I'm recording. So you might just have to click that little deal. And then I'm going to click the go live button. I'm going to make a confirmation on the other screen I've got beside me to make sure that going live has actually happened. And then it'll be on. Okay, hit the button. Okay, we may be live, I think. I always love that this doesn't show me right away when it's live, but if we are live now, this is the 2022 From Home Christmas concert from Drayton Valley Library. So we have a couple guests with us today. We have lots of recordings that we're going to get to see because not everybody was available tonight, I guess. Or maybe they just wanted to practice and get to record. You never know, but hey, no judgment. So mine is recorded also, or whatever. Anyway, so who we have here, we're first going to introduce the folks that we've got, and then we are going to get into some of our recordings and hear some live music. And also, I have a fun thing for you to try to guess throughout the program tonight. So I have like a story in different pieces. We need to try and guess what it's about. So first of all, who do we have here? Well, somebody hid themselves already, so you might not be able to see them. I did say to the library staff, you can crash this party if you want to. So there's our first crasher of the night. Might be the only one, we'll see. But hi, Pam. Did you want to say anything to the folks? Maybe she just wants to wave. That's cool too. She doesn't know, but you know what? Pam has a video that she contributed, which we will see in a little bit. So that's exciting. You'll know who it's from. Now, our live performers that we have, you can see someone's musical instrument sitting there in his house. Ooh, there's a guy named Derek. Derek, what are you going to do for us tonight? What is your instrument?
I'll be playing the cello for you guys, for you all.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Never had a cello on here before. So did you, maybe I'll ask you more when it's your turn, but just so you're prepared, you might want to share with us how this came about. Because you're not from around here exactly. So anyways,
Yeah.
but we'll come back to Derek in a little bit. And then we also have Kathy. Hey Kathy, what are you going to be doing for us tonight?
Can you repeat that?
Oh, yeah, it's like, oh, I'm going to perform, so it's nerve-wracking. What are you going to be doing for us tonight? What's your instrument?
Okay, there'll be Christmas in Killarney. And then the second one will be Mary, Did You Know?
And you're going to play it on a
clarinet.
Clarinet. So we have clarinet. So here's the cool thing for you guys tonight. When I was looking and organizing this, and I'm going, okay, I want to space out the different instruments, right? So that it's not too much the same instrument at the same time. We have like all different instruments almost tonight. So, oh, hang on, I'm having a sound issue. One sec. I practiced, but I forgot about that piece of stuff. Okay, so the first thing we're actually going to do is I'm going to get you started on that little bit of story that I said I had for you. So I'm going to show you a little picture. And I'm going to be telling a story tonight that is about a Christmas carol. However, I will not tell you what Christmas carol it is right away. You're going to have to, as I read through the pieces of the story, you're going to have to try and figure out what Christmas carol I'm talking about. So this is your little introduction to it. And instead of saying the name of the song, I'm just going to say this song or this carol. So, even though this song has been recorded more than any other song in history, the fact that we know it at all is a miracle. Created out of necessity and performed in a tiny village on a solitary Christmas Eve by two ordinary Austrians and a tiny choir, this incredibly beautiful and simple carol owes its debut to an organ that wouldn't play and a priest who wouldn't hold a Christmas mass without special music. Later, just weeks into the new year, the beloved carol's march to worldwide popularity was begun by the man who came to fix the faulty instrument. So if some of you know the history of your Christmas carols, you might already have an idea what it is. maybe don't spill the beans yet, but we're going to learn a little bit more as we go through the night. And then someone is actually performing this Christmas carol, so you'll get to hear it too. So that's going to be really awesome. And now to into, oh my goodness, there's another party crasher. I think, let's see how quick she gets in. It is another one of our librarians, and she is connecting to her audio. Is she going to show us her face? I don't know. We'll see. Katie. Let's see. I'll just ask her if she wants to start her video or unmute and say hello at all to the folks at home. Meantime, this is, oh, look, there she is. Can you see? Oh, guess what? I'm going to spotlight her. Hi, Katie. Did you want to say anything to the folks at home?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas from Katie. And you have something unique behind you on your couch.
Yes, that is my skeleton. He's my Christmas skeleton.
Christmas skeleton.
I'm
This is the fun part of going to different people's houses. What do they have in their house? And
That's
even
George.
how and why do you have a Christmas skeleton, Katie?
Oh, he was our latest Halloween decoration, and we got him really close to Halloween, so we wanted to make sure we got full use, so we made him Christmassy.
Well, there you go. That's the way to do it. Okay. Thanks for crashing. You can stay as long as you want or as little as you want. Library staff are just here to say hi to you guys at home. And we are going to go to our first recording that we have. So you may recognize, because this individual has done a lot of performing on our Christmas concerts that are not just Christmas concerts, but other ones that we've done. I'm just clicking buttons. That's the trouble with recordings. There's a lot of buttons. But oops, oh, that's not the song I wanted to do right away. Just was. This is the one. Then I gotta share screen. So we are going to hear Wayne House playing his fiddle for us. So here we go with that. It's all set.
Thank you.
All right, so there we had Wayne just starting us off with "We Wish Merry Christmas." And I do see the people at home trying to clap, and that is fine to do. And by the way, party crashers, I told the non-party crashers it's okay to, make a comment if you want to. Good job. That's all cool. You just have to unmute yourselves. All right, so we have another individual that we've been seeing a little bit, their development over the different concerts that we have had. So we are now going to have Julianne, who is going to be playing the piano.
I'm Juliana.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's think. It starts so fast before I'm even ready. Okay, so let's go over and let's take a look at Julianne. Now, Julianne and her sister that we're going to see later, they actually come quite a bit to the library to volunteer. So that's really cool. And this is another way that they volunteer, but they also do jobs, I tell them, around the library. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Juliana. I'll be playing Winter Wonderland.
picture. Good job. Yay. And looks at him like, there you go. Well, that is really well done. And the next thing that I have to show, and it's kind of cool, because Pam, you're still here and yours is up next. So I don't know, Pam yeah, yours is next because guess what? That song we just heard was Winter Wonderland. And Pam has created something very cool and unique for you to view that I thought was really good with that theme. So I think maybe we'll let the folks watch it. And then Pam, if you want to tell them anything about it after, you don't have to, but if you feel like it, you can share a little bit about it after. Okay, so here we go. And I'm going to say later you'll see some stuff from me. And not everybody is talented musically, perhaps. I don't know, Pam, maybe you are. Maybe you are. I don't know. But there's other talents that can be shared as well. So we're going to take a look at that little one of Pam's talents now. Okay. All right. I'm talking too much. I got to find the video. So this kind of had to be done video wise, because yeah, this would be hard to do live. Okay. So here we go. We're going to share screen and take a look at Pam's winter creation. There we go. Okay, got all the right buttons too. Okay, so Pam, would you like to share anything about your creation?
Well, I'm not sure why it didn't look as clear, but I thank everyone for watching. My cat Yoda usually performs in my videos, and he wouldn't do it today, so I had to get Bob to run across the screen. And anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and Merry Christmas.
Oh, thanks so much, Pam. When I'm watching it, I was just thinking, because they just took a little bit of a holiday, and it's like, let's have some fun. And I had some fun with my mom recently. I am getting up there a little bit too, but then there's my mom who's up there a little more than me. And she went tobogging with me. Yeah. Right? Anyways, it was awesome. So we had some fun, just like was in that video. Thank you so much, Pam. And I have to apologize to our live performers. I'm sorry, Kathy. I made a slight change to our plan. She was probably like, I was supposed to be next. Oh no, what happened? No, now it's your turn, Kathy. She looks ready.
Turn.
She's got a recorder. Okay, not a recorder. That's a clarinet. Sorry, that's the thing I know how to play.
That's fine. I'm just gonna grab my son for a second.
Oh, okay, she's running away. Oh,
No, no, I'll back.
but she
My
will
turn to
come
play.
back. Okay, no panic. There was a last minute change to which song she's playing too. So, are you all ready, Kathy?
I am. This is Christmas in Killarney, and I apologize in case there's squeaks because I just got this thing fixed again this year, and it's still squeaking in the upper range, but I'll do my best.
So any mistakes? It's not your fault. It's the instrument.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Go. for it.
Okay, Christmas in Killarney.
Kathy. Kathy, can you hear me? Oh, sorry, I was muted. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, it was really quite quiet for us. I'm just wondering, are you able to like turn so you're facing more the computer a little bit at all? Is it possible? It might pick it up a little bit better.
Let me check something. I might.
Okay, all right. So, while she's kind of working on that, and I mean, the little bits I heard were great, but it just wasn't all quite coming through. So we might give a take two on that if you have a more facing the mic setup. Well, I'll give you a minute, Kathy, okay? And I'm gonna go to the next part of our little, I'm actually maybe gonna mute you, Kathy, because you might have a little noise as you're resetting up. And I'll just go to the next part of our story, where we're trying to figure out, and hopefully I don't spill the beans too soon, what Christmas carol I am talking about. So here's the next bit, and I'm going to share this little picture just so you have something to look at while I am reading to you. Okay, so share screen. Oopsies, why didn't it go? One sec, here's the technical difficulties on my part. All right, now I've got the picture. Try again, take two. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the next part of your story here. In 1817, 25-year-old Joseph Moore was assigned to the position of assistant priest at St. Nicholas Church in Oberndorf, Austria. A lover of music since his boyhood in Salzburg, Moore was placed in charge of the music used at the small church, and he even wrote poems and song lyrics for special services. A seemingly tireless and giving man, he spent much of his spare time ministering to children from the area's poorest families. In his desire to serve and inspire, if ever a man fulfilled the full description of the word pastor, it was Moore. In 1818, during a particularly cold winter, Moore was making last-minute preparations for a special Christmas Eve Mass, a service he had been planning for months. Everything from music to message was in place. But as he cleaned and readied the sanctuary, the priest encountered an unfathomable dilemma. St. Nicholas's organ wouldn't play. A frantic Morse struggled with the old instrument for hours, making adjustments, fiddling with the keys, stops, and pedals, and even crawling behind the console to see if he could find a problem. In spite of his efforts, the organ remained silent, its voice as dark as a winter's night. Realizing he could do nothing else, the priest paused and prayed for inspiration. He asked God to show him a way to bring music to his congregation on the year's most meaningful day of worship. Moore would find the answer to his prayer, born from events initiated almost 2 years before St. Nicholas's organ played out. In 1816, while assigned to a church in Maria Farr, Moore had written a Christmas poem. The 6 unadorned stanzas were inspired on a winter's walk from his grandfather's home to the church. Though he had shared the words with a few friends, the priest never sought to have the work published, nor attempted to come up with a melody to go with his words. When Moore was transferred to the church in Oberndorf, he had brought the poem along with his few personal possessions. Digging his poem from his desk, Moore read over the words 2 years later. Up until that moment, the verses hadn't seemed very important to the priest, but as he read them again, it was as if the Lord was tossing him a lifeline of hope. Buoyed by new and unfolding expectations, he shoved the worn paper into his coat pocket and rushed out into the night. Only hours before the Christmas midnight mass, the priest fought his way through the snow-covered streets. And that is where we pause our story. So maybe you're getting a little bit more of an idea of what story that was. And I just need to say, there's a chat in the Zoom meeting, right? And Katie sent out, that was amazing for our musicians. So I just thought I'd better let you guys know because you can't read our chat anyways. So, all right. So Kathy, are you feeling like, did you want to give it another go? Okay, so I'm going to ask you to unmute. Just wait, because you're still muted there. So we get you unmuted. All right, you just still got it. Oh, there we go.
There.
Perfect.
So we're good?
Yeah, let's
We're good to go.
Okay,
Same song, take 2.
yes.
Okay.
We could hear it much better that time. Yes, anyone else? Round of applause for Kathy.
Good, thank you.
Very nice. And I kind of asked you to play that one if she gave me an option or two because we don't hear that one so much.
No, you don't. It's an older.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much now. Here comes
You're welcome.
almost my moment of truth here. So here's the thing, okay? I made something for you guys, and then somebody else also did the same song as me. Pam is saying, great job, Kathy. That's the chat. Nope. So you get to see which one you like better, but maybe I shouldn't say that because I'm up against a child, and how can you know? They're so cute and everything. So anyways, here we go. We're first gonna have the young lady who sent the video. Her name is Briella, and she is going to play piano and she's going to sing for us. And then I'll share you the weird version I did. She's probably better than me. I'm pretty sure she is actually. Anyways, but here we go. Okay, so I just gotta get the right video for you guys. And it's just a clicking buttons moment. And now the other clicking to share screen. Here we are. Share screen. Oh, let's make it full screen so it looks really good. Here we go.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Yay. Gonna do a little bow?
Oh my goodness. I feel like I should have left my video up there because it's the kind of thing that makes me smile so much my face hurts. Great.
Cute.
Yeah,
That was pretty adorable.
kind of does like me. And I'm kind of like, what's the next key? That's how I play too. So we're maybe on the same level. I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm getting stuff in the chat. Oh, Pam says lovely, and Katie says too cute. I have to agree. Okay, I'm up against big competition if you want to pick a favorite, but you can like them both. That's okay too. Okay, so here we go. I have to tell you, so the video I kind of put together, it kind of explains, but all this happened within the span of about 10 minutes. Just to practice very much. Anyways, here comes the little thing that I have for you. There is the right video. That one. Oh, yes it is. Okay, music has to be done. All right, share screen buttons are coming. Here we go. Enjoy. I tried the camera and see what's working. It didn't work. Oopsies. I hit some button that I hope I didn't mess anything up, guys. What I meant to.
I can hear you.
Everything's still a-okay out there.
Yeah, that was good. Kudos.
So we just went to check out the downtown library, right? And then I saw that and I'm like, oh, that's the
Yeah.
I gotta do it, right? With a little help from mom and dad. So thanks, mom and dad. It was a lot of fun. So anybody is welcome to go down to the that's downtown branch, and you can have that fun too. Yes, we were grown-ups in the children's library, but you know, don't let that hold you back. I never do.
Is that Stanley Milner Library?
Yes, that's the new Stanley A. Milner
Oh,
Library. And you know what? If you are musical, actually, I should just throw this shout out for letting them, you know, letting me mess around in there and stuff. But they have recording studios there. So you get like it's free. You book a time and you can go in for about an hour, I think, and you can record. And I'm talking like it's like a real recording studio down there. And the other thing, they also have a piano on the main floor. It's kind of around the corner of it, if you ask, because I came in and I'm like, where's the music coming from? And so they have like I think a baby grand is sitting there, and you can just go down, especially if you got a little skill, and just give the people some music to enjoy. So hey, there's musical opportunities down there, and it was a lot of fun and absolutely free. So all right, next little piece of the story is coming. Then we've got a little video, and then Derek, it will be your turn. So be ready. Okay, so I'm going to show you the next picture I have for our mystery carol that we're trying to figure out here. All right, here's the next bit. So what we just heard before was kind of the person who came up with the words for this carol. And now we're going to find out about how the music came to be for this carol. All right, so sharing the screen, so we got a picture to watch. There you go. On that same evening, 31-year-old school teacher Franz Gruber was struggling to stay warm in his drafty apartment over the schoolhouse. So he had once studied organ with noted teacher Georg Hardobler. He now played the instrument only for St. Nicholas's modest services. As he went over notes from one of his lessons, Gruber must have been surprised to hear an insistent knock at his door and find Father Moore on the other side. By that time, the priest should have been at the church preparing for services, not making rounds, visiting old friends and colleagues. After a quick Merry Christmas, the obviously agitated priest pulled the teacher to the apartment's small table and signaled for Gruber to sit down beside him. In a distressed tone, Moore explained the problem they faced. After he convinced Gruber nothing could be done to fix the organ, Moore showed Franz his poem. Franz, he begged, can you write music to these words that can be easily learned by our choir? Without the organ, I guess the song will have to be played on a guitar. The priest glanced at the clock on the table and added, the time is so short. Studying the poem, Gruber nodded his head. The look in his eyes and the smile on the school teacher's face showed that he felt up to the challenge. Confident again that God somehow had a special plan for this Christmas Eve, Moore raced back across the snow to the church, leaving Gruber alone with his thoughts, a ticking clock, and a prayer for inspiration. That is where we stop until we get to the next part of our Christmas Carol mystery. All right, so we're gonna go again to a video, and actually this is coming from Mr. Wayne House again. He has sent us a couple songs this time, and this song will be Deck the Halls. So here we go, and then will come our live performance. Okay, sorry, button clicking, one more set of buttons to click, and here he is.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Nice.
here we go. Now, just to let you know, oh, I think I have pretty cool as a comment in our chat also. Wonderful is coming in. Okay, there might be things on Facebook. I can't read those at the same time as I'm doing all this. Sorry, guys, it's just a little too much pressure, but I will share the chat with you. Wade, he's just little too, and we have had in the past some of his students join us, not this time, but in the past they have. And I should just say, when we had a children's library here in town, Wayne has come down and played for the kids before, and so he's really helped out a lot with our library program. So thank you, Wayne. All right, are y'all ready, Derek?
My body is ready.
Baby, it's time. So do you want to just maybe tell us, because here's your moment in the spotlight of it, how did this come to be? Or I can help with the story too, but
Yeah, I'm from Vancouver. Well, I'm from Drayton Valley, but I live in Vancouver, and I was recently visiting my family in Drayton this past October, and I was set upon
we
to
gotcha.
to to ready up for a possible Remembrance Day performance, but it did not come to fruition, and I didn't want to lose that chance, and I figured let's make the Christmas event a thing. But I had to get back here to figure out what to play, and that took a while. So it was about 3 weeks ago, I settled on 2 pieces, and it's been an interesting few weeks learning them. I've only been playing the cello for about 2 years, so the pieces I chose are from Irish cellist named Ilse Desaya, and she's transcribed them with a little flair from her homeland. So hopefully I can stick the landing.
All right, we wish you luck, and we also give you many points for being willing to give it a try live, because great. All right.
I'll back up, set up, and it should come through, but
Okay, I'll give you a do-over if we have to. You see, I let you.
take 2, encore.
All right, so I believe that he's going to.
Wow.
Sorry, it was silent. I had to find my unmute button.
Oh,
That was awesome.
thank you.
The
Nice
kind of-
job.
Thanks,
I
Kathy. It's the
appreciate it.
kind of thing I was like, if I wasn't hosting this, I just want to close my eyes to listen and enjoy it. And I will
Appreciate it.
later when I watch the recording. I've got clapping hands from Katie, and Pam says nice, and I can see her hands are clapping too. And that again is like, do you know very much about that, Carol? At all, Derek?
I wish I had prepped. I do have some information on it. It's just not in this room.
Oh, do you remember any of the information?
I do. I know it's obviously titled Wexford Carol. It's quite old, probably 12th century Ireland, and it's definitely centered around Christmas. I did not memory bank all of the information.
That's okay. There's
And-
many people who know how to find information these days if they want to know more. But yeah, it's again one of those we don't hear all the time. So it's really
Yeah.
nice to have something a little different. And it's I heard it at some other concert a few years back, and I just thought, oh, that's just so pretty and peaceful.
It's really great, and her I guess her cover of it, Ilse Desire, is her name. If you're interested in looking more about what she does, yeah, it's really nice. A little different flair in there. Bunch of grace notes and double stops.
Oh, Kathy's getting her camera out. Look out. Sorry, I just teased. Do your thing. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm done.
Look, should we smile? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Pause and smile. Take your picture, Kathy. You can have it now. Have it later, too. You can also pause the video later. Anyways, we digress. Okay, so it's time for a little bit more about our mystery carol. So now, did this all work out? They're having this dilemma and panic, and the organ isn't working and all this jazz. So let's see what happens. All right, I've got my picture ready for you. So here we go.
Wait.
All right. A few hours later, the two friends met at St. Nicholas. There, in a candlelit sanctuary, Gruber shared his new music with Moore. The priest approved, and after learning the guitar chords, rushed it to the choir members who were waiting for their scheduled rehearsal. What should have taken weeks was accomplished in hours. In the little time they had, Moore and Gruber taught the choir members the 4-part harmonies to the last 2 lines of each verse. Just after midnight, Moore and Gruber stood in front of the main altar and introduced their simple little song. As they sang, they couldn't have guessed that this song would be remembered not only the next Christmas in their small village, but almost 200 years later around the world. A few weeks into the new year, Karl Morecker, an organ builder and repairman from the Ziller Valley, traveled to Oberndorf to fix St. Nicholas's organ. While Karl worked, Moore shared the story of how he and Gruber had used a guitar and an original composition to save the Christmas Eve Mass. He sang the song he considered an answered prayer. Impressed, the repairman jotted down the words and learned the melody. Over the next few years, as he went about his profession, Morecker introduced this song to many churches and towns. During the 19th century, Austria and Germany had scores of traveling folk singers. Most of the groups were composed of family members who not only sang, but worked specialized jobs to earn their keep as they journeyed from town to town. In 1932, the Stosser family folk singers appeared in a small community where Morecker had recently installed an organ. During their stay, the family of singing glove makers learned this song. A few weeks later, at a concert in Leipzig, the Stossers performed the carol in front of a large crowd that had gathered for a fair. Moved by the song's deep spiritual message, King William IV of Prussia requested his nation's cathedral choir sing this song at his annual Christmas celebration. Due in part to the king's favor, this song stormed across much of Eastern Europe and pressed west to Great Britain. In December of 1839, another Austrian family, the Rainers, traveled to New York As part of one of their performances, the family sang this song in English for a huge crowd at Trinity Church. It was such a popular number that other local groups began to sing it in churches. By the Civil War, this song had become America's most popular Christmas carol. During the battle between the Union and Confederacy, it was not unusual for hostilities to cease for 4 days, starting on December 25th, with troops from both sides laying down their arms to come together to worship, share gifts, read scripture, and sing this song. As the carol's popularity spread, so did legends about its origins. Oh, and I'm going to talk about those in our next part. I got excited and started reading too far. Okay, so maybe you've got some more clues for this song, whatever it may be. All right, next up we have the other one of our sisters who play the piano and have been playing faithfully for us for our many concerts. So we are going to hear from Hazel, the first Noel. And I'll have to tell you, this song is not going to be heard until the end of the concert. So if you're thinking it's one you already heard that I'm reading about, it is not. Just so you know. Okay, here we go. Let's get the share button here. Share screen. And let's hear from Hazel. Apologies, I don't think I did it right. Oh, there's the technical difficulty on my part. I can't even talk anymore. I forgot to hit one of the buttons. Hang on, guys. Redo. This is my take 2. Okay. Share. That's the important button. Back up. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. I loved her playing. First of all, great job, Hazel.
Yeah, that was great.
And oh, I have to say this now. I forgot to say it before. We've got nice coming in and some clappy hands, I think, in our chat. And I have to say this though. So I was at the library one day and a patron came in and I think I had just put out the poster for this concert and she's like, oh, is our fiddle player going to come again? Are our piano players coming again? So I have to say for Wayne and Hazel and Julianne have been doing this so in a dedicated fashion, I guess I could say. People look forward to seeing you guys in these concerts. So yeah, now here's the little thing that I digress. Those of you who have maybe didn't notice this, go back and watch this again, because there's a little furry somebody trying to steal the show in the background. Hazel, did you see it? Anyways, you're gonna have to tell me the name of that little furry somebody sometime, because yeah, they are show stealers sometimes, but you know. Okay, so we will keep going, and since people they love listening to Wayne, we've got another song from Wayne here coming, and then I'll just warn you, Kathy, your turn's coming up after Wayne's next video. Okay, fair warning. All right. I will try and hit the button that says share this time. That was the button I forgot last time. It's important. Okay, so Wayne is going to play for us Joy to the World.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Okay, hang on. He's a little bit faster than I am with these buttons here. All right. Share screen, and here comes Wayne, Joy to the World.
Merry Christmas, everybody. This is Joy to the World in G. Thank you.
And Merry Christmas to Wayne too. Thank you. Great job. You know, I have to say, I'm very impressed. I mean, he can do it live. I know he can. But get me the videos, and some folks sending a video can be tricky, but we accomplished it. So that's even, you know, that's another talent, right? Doing the tech thing, right? Yeah. All right. We've got a thanks Wayne coming in from Pam there. Okay. It's your next moment, your next shining moment, Kathy. Are you ready? She looks
I
ready.
am ready. This is called
Okay.
Mary, Did You Know? And it is an original song by an a cappella group called Pentatonics. And they do it much better than I do, but I love the song. So here goes. There's my uppercase again. Oh. Hang on. Try again. Whoa. I know. There, It died, but there it is.
Oh my goodness. So Kathy, I'm just thinking, I think I know what happened.
Mm,
I forgot to give you many, many points like I gave to Derek for being willing to perform live. I should have given you many, many points before. I'll give them to you after anything.
oh,
Oh,
it's so embarrassing when your instrument doesn't work and you can't blow the upper.
Yeah, when you're fighting with, it's like fighting with technology, except for it's a different
It is.
kind of technology that we all know about technology fights, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
We got a
think
way to
it's-
go, Kathy, coming in the chat. And the other thing I'm thinking, Kathy, because I was listening real carefully, and I think the technology maybe has a little bit of a hard time with high notes. Maybe translating them and sending them through, because I was listening and I'm like, I know she's playing that part. I can kind of like,
Yeah,
but
it just won't come through.
the sound just doesn't want to quite come through. So everybody, when you're watching that on the recording, you know, you hum along in the high part. Add it in.
Yeah.
Okay. Or
Thank you.
sing, do the vocals, you know, and then.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Kathy.
You're
Okay, look at
welcome.
what we're at next. We got another little piece of our story. And the next time I come into the story bit, it will be the reveal. But now there's a little bit about legends about how this carol came to be. So there's some confusing stuff out there. So we're just going to clear up a couple little legends. Oh, I'm just hang on. I don't want to get too many things open at once. And now this picture is a little bit funny that I did because it involves one of the legends. So maybe you can guess at it when you see, but I will share it with you very soon too. Here we go. All right. So it said, as the carol's popularity spread, so did the legends about its origins. At various times, music publishers gave composition credit to Beethoven, Bach, and Handel. It was only when Franz Gruber began a letter writing campaign to newspapers and publishers, producing a copy of one of his first arrangements, that the true origin of this song was finally recognized. Yet even with the melody's rightful history secured, fanciful stories about the song's lyrics continued to spread. Joseph Moore died penniless in 1848 before being recognized as the carol's writer. Without the priest alive to refute the story, it became generally accepted that the song's lyrics had been written in haste after it was discovered that mice had chewed through the organ bellows and disabled the instrument, rather than the fact that it was old and simply broke in the extreme cold temperatures. Though a wonderful story and still accepted by millions, it is one of fiction more than fact. By the late 1800s, this song had been translated into more than 20 languages and was a vital part of Christmas celebrations around the world. And by the 20th century, like the celebration of Christmas itself, this song had moved out of the church and into the mainstream. So next time I'll tell you what this song is. But anyways, just a little bit to wrap up on that. Now, the next little bit that we have for you, we have a video with 2 songs in a row in the video. And I would say just sit back and relax and enjoy. Maybe I should tell you who it is. This is Carrie, who is actually the wife of our library director. And you'll kind of recognize the same background in both of their videos. So that would be why that's happening. Anyways, she is going to share with you the songs "Oh Holy Night" and "What Child Is This?" And not only is she playing guitar, but she's singing along. So that's a treat to have some vocals. All right, let's enjoy this treat from Carrie. No share buttons. And just give her big screen here. There we go.
Oh, child, is this who laid to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels greet with anthems sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping. This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him, Lord, the babe, the Son of Mary. While lies he in such mean estate, where ox and ass are feeding, good Christian, fearful sinners, hear the silent word is pleading. This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him, Lord, the babe, the Son of Mary. So bring him incense, gold, and myrrh, come rich and poor to own him, the King of Kings, salvation brings, let loving hearts enthrone him. This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him, Lord, the babe, the Son of Mary. Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night divine. Led by the light of faith serenely beaming, with glowing hearts by his cradle we stand. So led by light of a star sweetly gleaming, here came the wise men from Orient land. The King of Kings lay thus in lowly manger, in all
Wow.
That was awesome.
Right? Wow. I'm seeing these chats come in as it's going on. And yeah, from Pam, she's saying she's wowed. She's given you a happy face with stars in the eyes. And yeah, Derek, this is fantastic. And Kathy, these songs are what Christmas means to me. So yeah, the first time, yeah, I pre-listened to it, so that's not fair. But anyways, I was just like, oh, that you can just enjoy. I may have clicked something in the middle of there. I hope I didn't mess up the streaming of it. So apologies if I did. But that was beautiful. Thank you, Carrie. All right. It is time for me to reveal the story or the carol. Actually, oh, that's what I was doing. I was trying to go and see if anybody had sent in any chats like via Facebook. I can't really tell though. Anyways, but did anybody actually figure out what the song is? So I'll ask you live people here. Did anybody figure out what carol we are talking about?
Silent Night?
I have a silent night from one person in a chat came the same.
Is it that Killarney one?
It's not. No, I said it's nothing we've heard before. So like tonight. So we
I
haven't
might-
yet, and you are right. It is Silent Night. Although I'm wondering, I'm looking at Pam's screen and going, that doesn't look like Pam to me. Derek, who is that?
That is my mom.
Hi, Derek. I made it.
That's awesome.
She's here watching the concert. I think she's here at the library. Pam said,
Yes.
Yeah.
hi,
Yeah.
Derek. Thanks for coming. We made it happen finally. Okay, Silent Night. It is Silent Night. So I have just a couple little more things to read to you about it, and then we're going to hear someone performing. Okay, I picked a song that someone was performing, so that would be cool to do it that way. Okay, so I have just one more little nice picture. This looks like a Silent Night picture for you to look at. And then I will also reveal where I got these pictures and whatnot. So here is the picture for this last little bit, now that you know. So in 1905, Haydn Quartet cut the first recording of Silent Night. This first trip up the popular hit parade was just the beginning. Literally thousands of others came from around the world. Thousands of others from around the world would record the simple carol in years to come. By 1960, the carol was recognized as the most recorded song in music history. Despite its popularity, Silent Night remains in most minds what it was written to be, a simple, direct ode of praise. Created to make a Christmas service more meaningful, the old Austrian carol is as powerful and fresh today as it was on that first Christmas Eve it was sung at St. Nicholas Church. An answer to prayer, a few words have better captured the story of a Savior born in a manger than Silent Night. So there we go. That is your history lesson for today on Silent Night. So question though, because this song wasn't originally in English, does anybody know another name for the song Silent Night? Language skills? Not sure. So I think my mom could tell you, but she's not here. Anyways, I wrote down the pronunciation. We'll see if I get it right. But in German, I believe, or maybe it's in German, Stille Nacht. Something like that. Silent Night. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm all excited about revealing that to you. What happens there? Oh, we have to listen to it. Okay, so the person who is performing this is actually performing on ukulele. So you saw Briella playing Jingle Bells on the piano, and this is her older sister Abigail, who is going to play for you and sing on the ukulele. All right, so here we go for this one. 3.
Sleep in heaven.
There we go. And she took her bow at the end too. All right, Abigail. Thank you so much. And thank you for playing that song for me so that I could do the history of the story and everything like that. That was lovely. I think there's even a few more verses in there too. So I was just thinking how appropriate it is. She played on a ukulele pretty close to playing on a guitar like they would have done the first night when they played that song. I didn't warn you, Derek. Are you ready? You're up next. Though I did send him this and whatnot, but yeah. Okay, so what do you have for us now?
I am playing Deck the Halls. It will be 3 verses, no singing. Again from Ilse Desire, and these are challenging.
All right, we will wish you luck.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, here we go. You're set up. Okay, live, so that's
Okay.
Oh,
and is
well
it a big
done.
sigh of relief right now? Okay, I'm clapping. All right, let's it was great. But it was,
Bravo, bravo.
yes, mom loves it.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was awesome. So I was just thinking, Derek, not many of us are very familiar with playing the cello as an instrument, and you're saying like, oh, it's gonna be tricky to play. What's the hardest part of playing the cello?
The hardest part of playing a cello was no frets. So
Oh,
you need to memorize the entire length of the fingerboard and the cello has the exact range of the human vocal setup, so it can play like all the way low, and then like it can get pretty high up in the I guess Wayne would be familiar with that register. He plays up and around here, and yeah, the bow itself is a little heavier than the bow you'd use for a violin. It's quite heavier actually, but playing closer to the bridge down here requires a lot more force to maintain the sound quality. So it's a bit of a game between memorizing hand positions and having your shoulder to wrist be completely loose and your fingers tight and use your whole arm weight. It's a lot of work.
Well, I was going to ask you, say it takes more force. So I've fiddled around on a guitar before, and I don't currently because my fingers are no longer tough enough. Like, you know, so are your fingers like really toughened up from doing that, or?
I have got some calluses on the tips of my fingers, and for a long while it hurt.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to play right now, because it hurts. So you have to keep practicing so you stay tough.
And like 2 days before today, a couple days ago, I cut the pad of my finger open, doing some recycling, and sliding down the string doesn't feel fantastic.
No, for sure not. Wow. One other thing, Derek, you had mentioned that you have a YouTube channel, do you?
Oh, for music, not yet.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if people loved it, can they find more of you online?
Yeah, well, I guess I've started practicing publicly on Instagram.
Oh.
So you'd have to deal with my personal Instagram. But
so we could hunt you up if we wanted to.
Yeah. Pretty much just search my name there.
Okay.
And I play live pretty much anything from film and TV scores to classical, mostly classical.
Right.
But yeah.
Good classical. I mentioned that before. I like some good classic music too.
I personally prefer classical. It's much more challenging, and those pieces have stood the test of time, and that means they mean something.
Very true. Yes. All right. Well, unfortunately, it's almost time to wrap it up, but we have one last performance. Dare I say, this is from who I call him the boss man at the library. The big boss, our library director, has some musical talents, and he thought he would do a recording because you're supposed to be quiet in the library, kind of, sort of. So his instrument doesn't allow for quietness. It is the bagpipes. So here come the bagpipes for you from Doug. He is playing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." And even though I will say a little something to wrap it up after, we all at the library do wish you, in our community and wider community, because some people from far away might be watching, I've heard too. We wish you all a Merry Christmas from us. And I'll give everyone a moment when we get back, if you want to say any final words or anything like that before we say goodbye to all the folks. So without further ado, other than the button clicking that I must do, we will get, okay, he's ready. We'll get Doug here playing his bagpipes for you. And I have to say, after I saw his outfit, then I asked him also, are you being Scottish Santa Claus? And yes, he is. Here you go. Okay, and we are back. And
Lovely.
oh wait,
That was
I-
amazing.
where's my
Lovely.
kids? Oh, there we are. Yes, it was amazing. All right.
Ron, if you want to say.
Was
Merry Christmas, everybody. Derek, love you. Love to hear you play all the time. Thank you.
Everyone was amazing. Thank you. This is from Pam
Yes.
too.
yes. Thank you. Anyone else? Any final words? Sounds so final, but Kathy's just shaking her no, I'm good. All right, Katie, you're with us still? Oh, Katie's typing. She's doing her words typing. She says, thanks everyone. Best dinner theater ever. Have you been eating supper? Just
Oh, no.
know she has too. It's a from home concert. You can do what you like. She says, Merry Christmas to everyone. And speaking of a from home concert, so just real quick, I have a funny thing I'm going to spotlight here. So I made a little promo for this. You might have seen it on Facebook, and I had this background. So the lady came in the library today and she's like, is that your house? This is not my house. You might have noticed because my head starts to disappear and my hat a little bit sometimes. So I just wanted to say that. But yeah, she's like, there's a little something off. But I'm trying to be from home, but I have to be at work. You know what I mean? So I picked a really nice house to be in. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much to everyone who sent in videos, and thank you for the audience being patient with my clicking. And thank you to those brave enough to come live, and our party crashers. You made it more fun. So there we go. Feel free to let people know the recording will still be up later, and I'll also pop it onto YouTube for those folks who don't enjoy going to Facebook. So, all right.
Awesome.
So thanks everybody. Well, I
Thank
see
you.
my hand, it disappears.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
I followed you, Derek, on Instagram.
Oh yeah, there you
sweet.
go. Hey, free shout outs, free shout.
Yeah,
Okay.
get me out.
Merry
I'll
Christmas.
play more for everybody.
All right, I stopped the live stream.